Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are doing some Batman Arkham Customs, and this is going to be the finale of Batman Arkham Customs unless you guys want more. And for this I picked some good characters that some are already used, but I updated them and I think you guys are really going to like it. And the last character I'll let you know is the best one. Sorry for not posting a video in a while. I've been doing live streams, so if you guys ever want to stop in, I have one going live tomorrow. And so yeah, let's get right into it. First up, we have Deadshot. And so for Deadshot, this is the Arkham City appearance. I gave him the red custom torso with the yellow Deadshot logo and a gray belt. I gave him the Ravager legs to get like some holsters on the side with black and red. And I made them red. I gave him his eye thing. I know it's an eye patch, but it's the closest thing I could have. I gave him these yellow sleeves with his gray wrist-mounted guns with no gloves and two black pistols in his hands. I actually really like the way this one came out. I hope you guys do too. I think it looks pretty accurate. Next up, this one's interesting just because you can see where it is. Don't mind the hair. Imagine the hair is not there. This is Professor Pig from Batman Arkham Knight. Now, if you imagine the hair is not there, I think it looks really good. Even down to the white shirt underneath with the red bow tie and the gray covering so that he doesn't get blood on him. And I made it look like he has that same stuff on his legs. And I gave him some yellow boots. I mean yellow shoes because he's wearing those like Croc type things. I gave him a knife and some yellow gloves. Now, the hair kind of messes with it, so you might not know who it is at first, but if you imagine it without the hair, I think it looks really accurate. Next up, we have the Mad Hatter himself. Now, for this custom, I basically gave him Vandal Savage's torso, hips, and legs, but made them olive green. And I think it looks really good. And I gave him the same color top hat with a black bow tie to get a type of tie in there. And for who it's supposed to be, I actually really like the way it looks. I like the white dots on it. I think it looks really good. So yeah. Next up, we have Arkham City version of Hugo Strange. I used the head and beard piece from Hugo Strange, but I changed the torso piece because like I wanted to get like that one piece lab coat he kind of has. So I used the Mr. Terrific torso. I made it all white. I gave him some white arms and some black gloves, some black pants with some black boots. And I gave him this hip piece that kind of looks like he's got the black pants on, but his lab coats, his Arkham uniform is still kind of showing. I actually really like the way this one came out. Next up, we have Deacon Blackfire, the man who held the sermon himself. That's my Deacon Blackfire impression. For this, I gave him that like old hair piece with a gray beard, and I gave him the Joker's pants with short gray sleeves and with black gloves and a gray jacket piece. There's no jacket piece with like nothing on underneath except Lobo's, and Lobo's is white, like his skin is white. Not the way you're thinking. I mean like his skin is like marshmallow colored white, like actual like white color, so it wouldn't work that well. And I haven't unlocked them yet because once again this is a new save file. Not save file, but it's just a new console. Next up, we have Arkham City Black Mask. So for this, I gave him Clark Kent movie's torso to get. I know he's just wearing a light blue shirt, but this is the closest thing I could get to make it all look light blue and still get a tie on there. And I made it short sleeve with a darker skin tone, just because he's a little tanner than some other people. And I gave him the Deathstorm headpiece to get like a black skull in there. You could also use the Phantasm if you wanted to. I gave him Vigilante's headpiece to get that type of black belt right there. And I gave him Superboy's legs. I actually really like the way this one came out. I know I say that a lot, but this one actually looks pretty dang accurate. And yeah. Next up, we have Two-Face. Like I said, I will be doing some characters I've done in the past, but I improved them. So for this, I gave him this hairpiece that I gave black on top with some white on the bottom. I gave him the Two-Face hip torso from the animated series, and I gave him the Two-Face head from the game. I gave him short sleeves on both sides, except one side is burnt, and I showed that with the leg piece right here. I made it look like kind of like his pants are like torn through and it's burning through to his skin. The way I did that is I went to the Adam Strange torso, I customized, and then I changed the other leg to the Joker one. And I gave him 2 different colored pistols, and I actually, once again, really like the way this came out, and I think it looks incredibly accurate to the character. Next up, we have Hush from Batman Arkham City. Now, for this, I gave him a brown overcoat with the white ninja piece. I know I did it different in an earlier version of customs, but for this, I gave him the white ninja. I gave him the ninja thing, but white, and the custom torso underneath with white eyes with black highlights on them. And I think it looks pretty good. Not the best, but I do think it's recognizable as Hush. Next up is Nightwing from the game. This is Arkham City Nightwing, not Night. Now for this, I gave him this messy hairpiece from Vixen in the Nightwing torso, and I gave him these black arms with some detail on them. I gave him black lightning legs to get some more blue on there, and the Adam from the TV show's hip pieces. I gave him these black baseball bats to represent his Eskrima sticks, and I gave him a black mask from the customizable faces. I think it looks really, really good, and I'm very proud with how it came out. Next up, we have Victor Zsasz. Now for Zsasz, I did very similar to what I did last time, except this time I gave him this like gray thing, and I changed the belt. I gave him this belt, and I think it looks okay. Zsasz was a character that last time I think was decent, and I gave him red on here again to represent his scars, and I gave him red on the face too to represent scars like that he has caused himself. Next up, we have Batman from the Arkham games. Now for this, I gave him the animated series helmet and leg piece with this black hip piece to add on to his yellow belt with the black bat logo and gray undersuit with black gloves and black cape. And I really like the way this one turned out. And I'm just very excited to share with you the last custom of the finale of my Batman Arkham customs. My last custom is Kevin Conroy himself. Rest in peace, he died on November 10th, 2022 of stage 4 cancer. Kevin, you will always be remembered through not just your characters, but the people whose childhoods that you inspired through the type of person and characters you played on TVs, video games, and movies. Thank you, Kevin Conroy, so much. But anyway, for this, I used the customizable torso piece to get a yellow bat logo in there and some short sleeve black arms with a gray top of the shirt. I gave him this brown hair piece that I thought suited him well and a bit of a stubble on his face. And I gave him Superboy's hip and leg piece to get those jean colors. And I thought it would be just right to put him with the Batman he played all those years ago in Batman the Animated Series. I'm really proud with how this custom turned out, and I don't know if this is the best time to say it, but thank you guys so much for watching my content. Thank you for watching this Arkham custom series. I've really appreciated it. I've really enjoyed making all these videos for you. Keep your eyes peeled for new customs videos coming in the near future and new live streams on video games. Tomorrow we have a Batman Arkham City live stream for Robin's Revenge. If you can stop in, I'd love it. If you can't, that is perfectly fine. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.